The winds of Vorinth, for always tasted like metal, dry and bitter, carrying dust from ancient battlefields no one remembered anymore. Captain Elias Ward pulled his scarf tighter around his neck as he stared across the ruins of the collapsed citadel. The stone arches were cracked, the sigils glowing faintly with sickly blue light. Somewhere inside was the artifact, the one the Dominion wanted, the one powerful enough to rewrite neural patterns across entire species. And somewhere inside, a girl he had sworn to protect. Lyra. Elias shouted, voice echoing off broken pillars. Lyra, answer me. His earpiece crackled, followed by a soft, trembling voice. I'm sorry, Elias. I didn't want you to follow me. Elias cursed under his breath and sprinted toward the sound. Lyra stood in the heart of the chamber, pale lavender skin glowing softly in the pulsing light of the artifact. Her silver hair fluttered as if caught in a wind that wasn't there. The device floated above an obsidian pedestal, an orb of shifting, screaming energy. It hummed, alive, hungry. You shouldn't be here, she whispered when Elias approached. Her large amethyst eyes shimmered with tears she refused to let fall. If the Dominion takes this, my people are doomed. Your people too. There's only one way to end this. He froze. She placed her hand on the orb. The energy licked her skin like fire. No, Elias's voice was low, hard. Don't you dare. This is my burden, she said softly. My species created it. Only my biology can destabilize it. My life for millions of others, it's a fair exchange. Elias stepped forward, jaw tense. No life is fair to trade. And especially not yours. Lyra shook her head, her voice trembling. I can withstand its energy for 30 seconds. That's enough to break its containment. Enough to destroy it. Enough to stop a war. And enough to kill you, Elias growled. She gave a fragile smile. I was born for this purpose. And I say screw destiny, he snapped. The orb pulsed with violent light, as if sensing its chance. Dominion soldiers were closing in outside. Elias could hear their grav boots thrumming in the corridors. He had minutes at best. But he wasn't letting her die. Not like this. Not when she had fought so hard to live. He grabbed her wrist, not roughly, just enough to pull her away from the pedestal. Lyra gasped. Elias. Listen to me, he said. You survived the razing of your homeworld. You survived the Dominion's labs. You survived all the nightmares they threw at you. And you think I'm going to let you throw your life away now? Lyra pulled her hand free, tears finally streaking down her cheeks. If I don't, everyone dies. No, he said firmly. If you do, I die. She blinked at him in shock. He continued, voice cracking unexpectedly. You think losing you won't kill me? You're my partner. My friend. He stopped, breath catching. My everything. I'm not letting you go. Lyra stared at him, chest rising and falling rapidly. But. Elias. I'm not human. My people don't. I don't care, he interrupted. I protect who I love. Species doesn't matter. The words hit her harder than the artifact's energy. She trembled. You love me? Elias stepped closer, cupping her face gently. I thought it was obvious. For a moment, her expression softened, then the walls shook violently. The Dominion had arrived. A metallic voice boomed from the corridor. Captain Ward. Surrender the artifact and the alien specimen now. Lyra winced. They'll come for me first. I'm the key. Not if we destroy the artifact together, Elias said. She shook her head. You can't survive the energy. Your neural patterns would rupture instantly. Then we'll do it differently. He scanned the room rapidly. The pedestal's base was cracked, unstable. If he could overload the chamber's power conduits and force the artifact into a feedback loop. He looked at Lyra. You can channel the energy out. You don't need to absorb all of it. You just need to redirect it long enough for me to destroy the base. Her eyes widened. That's never been done before. Then we'll be the first. She hesitated only a second before nodding. I trust you. He touched her forehead gently. And I trust you. The Dominion burst into the chamber, black armor, glowing visors, rifles raised. Elias didn't give them the chance to speak. Lyra, now. She extended her arms toward the artifact. Streams of violet energy spiraled around her fingertips as she forced the orb's power outward instead of inward. Light split the air with a sharp crack. The Dominion soldiers fired. Elias moved like lightning. He grabbed a fallen shield plate, deflected a plasma bolt, then slammed his fist onto the pedestal's cracked support. Sparks showered the floor. Another blast hit the shield and burned through it, scorching Elias's arm. He gritted his teeth and kept going. Elias. Lyra gasped, struggling as the energy slammed into her like a tidal wave. I can't hold it much longer. You only need 10 seconds, he shouted. The pedestal glowed violently as Elias ripped open a conduit with his bare hands, hot wire sparking. 5 seconds. Lyra cried. The artifact shrieked, an unearthly sound that made even the Dominion soldiers hesitate. Almost there. Elias yelled. He jammed the exposed wires into the pedestal. Everything exploded in white light. When the brightness faded, Elias lay on his back, ears ringing, vision blurred. Smoke curled from the ruined pedestal. The artifact was gone, obliterated. Lyra, he whispered. No answer. Panic surged through him as he forced himself up despite the pain. He spotted her lying several meters away, motionless. No. No, no. Elias stumbled toward her and fell to his knees. Her chest wasn't moving. He pressed his forehead to hers. Lyra, please, don't do this to me. The room was silent. Then, her fingers twitched. Elias froze. Her eyes fluttered open, glowing faintly. Elias, did we do it? He laughed, a broken, relieved sound, and pulled her into his arms. Yeah. We did it. She looked up at him weakly. You're hurt. I'll live, he murmured. She gave him a faint smile. You always say that. And I'm always right. Their moment was cut short by the sound of retreating boots. The Dominion forces were withdrawing. Without the artifact, their mission meant nothing. Elias carefully lifted Lyra into his arms. You saved everyone, she whispered. We saved everyone, he corrected. She placed a trembling hand on his chest. Why did you risk your life? Humans don't risk everything for aliens. You're not just an alien, he said softly. You're someone worth fighting for. Lyra's eyes softened. No one has ever said that to me. Well, get used to it, he smiled. I'm planning to say it every day. She blushed lightly, a lilac tint across her cheeks. I would like that. He leaned his forehead against hers. I told you. I'm not losing you. Not then. Not now. Not ever. Her voice was barely a whisper. Then I won't let destiny take me from you either. And in the ruins of the ancient citadel, under a sky turning gold with sunrise, they held each other, alive, safe, and finally free. The end.